Hey folks, welcome back. So, I didn't make a video yesterday. Obviously, you didn't see it. So, that was kind of, I didn't even have to say that, but folks, I don't know if any of you are paying attention. I can tell you that you really don't have to pay attention a lot of days in order for you to see where people's minds are at or where they're not at. I have seen in the last 2 days, folks, I have seen more anxiety, more anger, more sadness, more crying, worried looks, very short-tempered folks. You know, who knows? We don't know what is going on, where we are headed to, but we do know that there's a lot of psychological warfare going on, right? Scare the people. Scare the people. You take food away, and you've got compliance, right? You spread fear and panic, and you've got an audience, right? If you are saying nuclear Armageddon, that scares a lot of folks, right? That does. That scares a lot of folks. Now, y'all know my background is mental health, right? And then you get to a point in your life. For me, it was right around 45 years old. So about 10 years or so ago that I made a big change. I did not like the feeling of worry. I did not like the feeling of stress. I did not like the feeling of anxiety. I didn't like how that made me feel. And I realized I was listening and talking to the wrong people. The people that like drama, the people that like to go to extremes. You take a little thing and they blow it right up, right? Well, I'm not saying that's what this is, folks. I'm not saying where we are today in this world and everything going on that it is exaggerated. Not all of it. Because I don't know which leader wakes up on the wrong side of the bed. They have all this power. If we get up on the wrong side of the bed and we're just having a bad day and we take it out on somebody else, how fair is it to those people? It's not. It's not fair at all, right? What are they going to do about it? They are probably going to give you some space, right? And they're going to keep that right in the back of their mind. You know, this person woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I just lost a little bit of respect for them, right? Well, that's only a small little fraction in this bubble. You take a worldwide bubble with power-hungry leaders that can't lose, or you have power-hungry leaders that will win at all costs, right? Then you have the self-centered, it's all about them, what they want, what they need, what they desire, right? So on a small scale, folks, the fear-mongering, the psychological warfare doesn't do. I got a little mouse down here, folks. I'm next to my compost pile. Yeah, go ahead, stir it up. So anyway, what I'm trying to say about this is, for me, at this stage in my life, where I have done something for myself here on my homestead, I have worked very hard to come ahead. I have worked very hard to break even. I have worked very hard and still gone backwards, right? We've all done that. We've all been there. So, at this point in my life, I know what I want. I know what I think. I can reason. I can rationalize. And I have a motto: whatever is, right? Whatever will be is whatever it will be. When it's my time, it's my time. That's just how I think about it. So I live every day trying to make it a good day. It doesn't mean I always succeed. I don't always succeed, folks. Sometimes I let people get under my skin. Sometimes I do. But, folks, I've seen people have breakdowns today. I have seen people go over the edge. Whether it was a valid reason or not, you don't treat people certain ways, okay? If you are having a bad day, maybe you should remove yourself. Maybe you should sit and think about it for a little bit, how I could approach this and not royally piss people off or make them cry or scare them, right? There is, you know, the old saying, you attract more bees with honey than vinegar, right? Same thing, same thing. So I can see people, let's take you have a stressful job, okay? A very important, stressful job. You have a lot of responsibilities, and you are on somebody else's time frame. And things go wrong out of your control, out of their control, but you're still expected to keep that timeline. And if you miss that timeline, then they're going to come at you, right? Right? Well, sometimes you can't meet that timeline for whatever reason. And that's just the way it is. Does that mean that you have to yell and scream and demean people? Okay? If you're having a bad day, does that give you the right to yell and scream and also make their day a bad day? That's not right. That's not right, folks. So at this time in my life, I have a lot of choices. I have a lot of options, right? And by the way, I was a bystander in all this. I heard it. I was a bystander. And I didn't like how it made me feel. If I was part of something, if I was a part of that, I know how I would feel because I know how they felt because I was there seeing it. Right? So do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. If you would want somebody to take you aside and talk to you about the seriousness of this and that, then you should do that. Instead of making a spectacle out of a handful of people without even asking for a little more information, right? You know the result. Well, that result isn't the result you wanted. So, you know, all heads are going to roll, right? That's not right. That's not right. So anyway, I think this whole thing, because I've heard numerous times today, Armageddon, the word Armageddon, the word war, the word nuclear, the word PUTIN. I don't even know if I can even say any of the words I just said, but I just did. YouTube, I don't know what YouTube wants anymore, or doesn't want. So, even though I don't agree, I do try to abide by their rules, because it's their thing, right? And they're allowing me to use it, right? Their platform, whatever it's called. So, whether it's psychological warfare, fear mongering, trying to get compliance, whatever the reason is, folks, we can't let them win, because whatever's going to happen is going to happen anyway. We need to make peace with that. Am I worried whatsoever? Oh, I don't want anything. I want to go back 4 years ago, or 10 years ago, or when I was a little girl, where life was good and full of rainbows and lollipops. That's what I want. I want that life again. I want that simple, no stress life. I do. But that's not where we're at, right? It's not where we're at. And we can't do anything to change anything. We can change what's in our bubble. And if something is to our disliking, we have a right to remove ourselves from that, right? We do. We do. So, life right now is not full of rainbows and lollipops, folks. There's a lot of stress, and I am seeing that stress. Some people fight when they get stressed and worried. Some people break down and freeze and have little mini nervous breakdowns, right? I choose to play Zen time with my birds and walking through my garden and hauling my firewood. And do I worry? No. Do I wonder what's coming? Yes. Do I try to prepare for anything that is coming down the road? Absolutely. But I am not going to lose sleep over this, which it could be propaganda, right? I am not going to cry myself to sleep. I am not going to bark at other folks. I am going to do what I need to do here for myself for the future. Whatever that is, because it's my choice, right? It's my choice. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I think it's time to continue my chores, take my hat off, take my vest off. I will keep my gloves on though, right? So I hope you're all having a good day. Remind yourself how much control you have and what is out of your control, right? Plan your bubble, prepare your bubble, make your bubble as comfortable as you can. Make it as strong as you can for 1, 2, 3 years, right? Longer, maybe. And that bubble is going to have to be comfortable so we can ride this all out, right? And still come out good people in the end, right? Alright, so there's my motherly talk of the day, and I've got to get back at it, folks. Y'all have a good day. Thank you for stopping by, and y'all be good. And as people keep reminding me, keep your head on a swivel, right? Keep your head on a swivel. People are getting a little dangerous and a little crazy, folks. They are. Some people are either going to lash out. Some people are going to bury themselves in a little tiny hole, cover their head, and cry, right? I refuse to do that, folks. I refuse to let them get to me. So, anyway, have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for any new subscribers. And y'all be good.